All right, Jen Cooper here, finally with our U.S. national team players who have arrived. Everyone's been waiting so long for this, and of course you leave next week, but it's all good. Whitney Engen and Meghan Klingenberg, fresh in from Sweden. So I have to ask, what do you think of the Houston weather?
That's a loaded question to start, huh?
We're not tossing these softballs out.
Yeah, no softballs.
These are fast pitches.
And seriously, this heat just started like 3 days
ago. Everyone keeps telling us.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it's killer. And I know it's only going to get worse, but I mean, right now, I'm just hanging on by a thread. I'm dying out there.
And so maybe now you understand why they're starting to call BBVA the oven.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, we had a suggestion for a t-shirt design where the front says, turn up the heat in the oven and bake for 90 minutes. And then on the back says dash on.
I like that.
So.
You need to get us one when there's
Okay.
Just give me a white one, okay? So you can't see my sweat stains. You know?
So obviously Houston, very different from Sweden, not just climate, but I'm sure many other ways. Tell us about your experience in Sweden. You guys have been there just a year? Had you been there before?
I've been there 2 years, 2 years.
And this was your first, because you had been with Liverpool.
Uh-huh. Oh, I actually had played for this club in 2011 on loan for 3 months. And loved the club and kind of had always had it in the back of my mind that if I ever had the opportunity to go back, I would. It's 15 minutes outside of Stockholm and a really beautiful place. And then when WPS folded in 2012, I had been on loan. I had a contract, so I couldn't have gone back. And then WPS folded, and they had signed a bunch of players. And long story short, couldn't make it back until this fall. But I was there from October on.
How much did you like living in Stockholm or outside of Stockholm?
I loved it. I loved it. I mean, I would say Stockholm is one of my favorite cities in the world.
And she said that you could speak a lot of Swedish.
I think she's lying, but.
All right, but can you roll out just like a sentence of Swedish, or like would you yell at your teammates in Swedish?
Well,
No.
we had so many internationals that.
We all spoke English.
Yeah,
Oh,
we spoke
okay.
English as a whole. So it made it really hard to learn when everybody there can speak perfect English, and we had so many internationals that it was just pointless to speak Swedish.
Those
'cause
damn
you have to be
Europeans,
more-
they all speak English. You never
Right.
get to learn their language.
Mm.
So you played with Kristen Press and Vera Boqueta and Marta.
Caroline Sager. Lisa Dahlquist, Linda Sempron. Who else? A bunch of them. I mean,
So what did you gain from playing with internationals like that? I mean, that's got to be as good as, if not better, than going to the U.S. national team camp in terms of level of
Absolutely.
competition.
I mean, with the U.S. national team, you're always playing with like some of the best players in the world, and you're always getting good training, and it's like a super intense atmosphere. But when you're playing with your club team, with also some of the best players in the world, but they value different aspects of the game. So like in America, we value like being strong and tough and athletic and fit, and those are, and like having a really strong mentality. And you're able to like hone those skills when you're with the national team. But when you're with your club team and you have Marta and Vero and Lisa and Linda and Sager and all these different players, then they value like being savvy on the ball and movement and like short passes, quick movements, keeping the ball, making the other team do the work. So it's like we learned completely new things even though we're still playing the same game.
yeah, and the other nice thing, I mean, anytime you go in with the national team, every training session is a competition for a spot. Every time you get an opportunity to get on the field, it's a competition for a spot. And that's one of the nice things about going away with the club team. And when we were able to play with that club team, you're able to kind of sit back and learn a thing or two, or not that you don't learn things at the national team level. You learn immensely, but when you're in your club team environment, you're not going to be told at the end of practice, you can't come back tomorrow. So, there is a level of, almost a level of comfort where you're building together and you can learn together, and it kind of helps push especially for us, it's a whole new side, not a whole new side, but a different side of the game with the technical and tactical thing. We could kind of push ourselves a little more in training and see, we knew we were coming back the next day.
It's a bit more supportive.
Well, Tyroso made it all the way to the Champions League final for the first time ever. And I know it's not necessarily the most positive memory for you guys, but it was such an exciting final to watch, a great run for the team. So tell us about your experience of that tournament run and playing in Lisbon in front of it. It looked like a really big crowd, what, 20, 30,000?
I
No, I think it was 11.
But it was pretty full.
Yeah, no, it did feel.
They were loud.
Yeah,
they were
no.
great.
I mean, it was a wonderful experience. Altogether, just the opportunity to compete all across Europe. We went to Paris, we went to Denmark, we went to Austria, we went to England, and then finally Lisbon, and getting to play different teams from different leagues. It was a totally new experience for somebody from the U.S. where we generally just play within. We don't have a Champions League. The men do,
Right.
but we don't have a North American Champions League.
Right.
And it was pretty cool, especially since now we're playing with one of the girls that we played against, Nina Berger.
Yeah.
I mean, we did an extensive scouting report on Nina before we went and played Austria, so it was really funny to see when the Dash had signed her. I was like, oh, I know her strengths and her weaknesses, and I know her tendencies.
We studied her, yeah.
We studied her, and yeah, I mean, it was an experience that I would do over again in a heartbeat.
Now, all the scouting that you guys did, have you given Randy any suggestions of like, oh my God, you need to get this player?
I think we were just talking about that. Yeah, of course, but I mean, the rules in the league make it difficult to sign internationals when they don't even know if their name's been picked by a certain club because of the discovery rules. So I think that like building a team in this league is kind of like a game almost. Like you have to be better at it than other teams. So I think even if we did give suggestions, I'm not even so sure like how much we could help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, teams have had a year up on the Dash in terms
Yeah.
of putting people's names down. They've had a year head start. And,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm really impressed with what the Dash has assembled here, considering the short amount of time that they've been given to do that. I mean, signing an international like Nina Berger, she's a great player and
She's smart.
Yep, and it really feels like Randy and Brian and the rest of the coaching staff have assembled a team that is going to work together. I don't think they necessarily went out and found on paper who were the best players in the possible group that they could pull from, but they picked the best players that were going to play together, and I think that's really the definition of a team. Some of the teams that I've played on that have gone really far have been the ones that know how to work together, not necessarily the best teams.
Now, you played in WPS. Yeah. Megan, did you? Which teams were you on?
I was on Match Jack and then I got traded to Boston mid-season.
So you would have been with Boston again, but we stole you. Yeah.
Thank you.
And Whitney, you were the Flash.
I was with Chicago,
Chicago.
and then Chicago folded, and then I moved to the Flash.
The Flash. So you were up there in Rochester. So did you get to watch the game last weekend where
I
they
did.
beat the Flash?
Yep, I know. I was impressed. I thought that we had a lot of fight, and made me that much more excited to join.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about the Dash and moving forward. So you're eligible for the game this weekend, right? Your ITCs have come in as far as we know.
I mean,
Yeah, because they're on the roster. They're on the roster, so we're just going to say yeah. Well,
Okay.
because I saw that Kristen Press couldn't play last night
yeah.
because her paperwork hadn't come in for whatever reason. And then, of course, you're going to disappear, go play with the U.S., but you'll come back.
We'll be back. We
We'll
promise.
be back.
Yeah. So what do you think
so
that first game is going to be like playing with the Dash? I mean, do you have a sense of, are you guys going to be in the back, in the middle, or is this all still an ongoing discussion with Randy?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything's set yet. I think we're still trying to feel out the best personnel to play with, and like who's comfortable where and where we can be. But I think that it'll be interesting and fun because we've been waiting a long time to play, and we haven't had that much time to train together. But as long as we like keep playing together and get games together, then it can only get better, and it can only be like playing more together. So I think that it'll be interesting because we've been watching the games, and we think that there's a lot of potential on the team. There's just like maybe a lack of experience and just like some young personalities out there, so especially in the defense. So I think that, hopefully we can provide like a little leadership and communication and like just start to like move together and play together and just be like that.
It's going to be exciting to watch.
I hope so.
All right, well, let's move into the trivia, which is the funnest part.
Okay.
And no pressure. It's not being graded. We're not
Okay.
going to kick you off the team if you don't do well.
Are we like playing against each other?
No.
No.
This
Are
is,
we
this,
at-
this
I don't
is
want
just
to
for
compete.
you.
I don't want to
Yeah.
compete against
We're on
you.
a
Yeah,
team.
yeah. This is.
Oh,
you
so
guys
we
are
can
just,
converse
This is you against
on
the
answers?
world.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right,
We're coming
let's
for
go.
you.
We've got it. We've got it. Okay. Which U.S. national team player recently became the 30th women's national team player in all time to hit 100 caps?
200's Cheney. Lord. Lauren Cheney.
Also known as
Lauren Holiday.
I was like, Che?
yeah, there's all kinds of great nicknames. Yeah, who is the most embarrassing nickname on the national team that you can share with us?
I mean, I always thought it was Alex's. Baby Horse. I mean, I never really got that one. I mean, I didn't think that was so good.
I'm not a nicknamer. I usually call people by their first names.
But then I like that, like, as players get married, they've still got the nickname. From,
Yeah, like Piercy
know,
and Cheney.
A-Rod.
Yeah, it's classic. Okay, which player from North Carolina grew up in Houston, coached University of Houston, and was a member of the U.S. national team? Nice. Say it for the camera.
Susan Bush.
All right.
Yeah, we know that only because we stay at their house like every time we're in the Houston area.
Okay.
That's
And I
that
had
was too easy.
a club teammate who played for her in Houston, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, hit us with something good.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
we're doing good.
Okay, sorry.
All right.
I don't like to lose.
First ever WSA champion. What team won the WSA championship in 2001?
Okay, it was
On penalty kits.
I don't even know if I
It
can
wasn't
name.
Purge.
Is it the San
I feel
Jose
like
Sharks? Is there
It wasn't the Sharks. I think
That's
it
a
was
hockey
Cyber
team.
Rays.
the Cyberys? I think that's a hockey team.
No,
No, the Sharks is on.
Oh.
it's San Jose Cyber Rays.
Was it the San Jose?
So
So I got
Cyber
San Jose.
Yeah. They went from worst to first.
Where's the first?
Like at
like
the
Sky
beginning of
Blue.
the season, they were
Yeah, like Sky Blue and WPS.
yeah.
Interesting.
All right, first ever champion of WPS.
Sky Blue. But
We just-
LA finished first in the
Right.
league.
Sorry, I guess I should say the final,
Mm.
not the regular season
Worst
champion.
to first again.
Yeah, and I'm not going to ask the 2013 champion because we all know, but we don't really care, right?
Yeah, we could ask about the 2012 champion, the Washington New York Flash.
For the WPS Elite.
Yikes.
Nice, nice. Okay, let's get into the teammate trivia. All right, so name two teammates. No, well, yeah, you wanted it hard. We'll make it hard.
Oh, yeah.
At least two teammates who played in the 2010 Under-20 Women's World Cup.
Oh, okay, Leah.
No, under 2010.
Becky,
2010.
Becky Edwards?
No, that's mine.
2010.
I was 2008.
Oh, you played in the 2010?
No, I played in 2008 and Becky played with me.
Oh.
U20. So 2010 was like Amber Brooks era. So like.
Tiffany McCarty?
It's good to think.
Tiffany McCarty? No.
No, hold on.
Are they on our team?
These are about your teammates. Yeah, these are only teammate questions. The answer will be a teammate.
I
Gosh.
need a roster.
I don't know.
Oh, they might not be on the U.S.
But both play for US. I'll give you the.
Okay, U.S. That narrows it down.
Okay, hint. One of them got Golden Glove for the tournament.
Okay.
Oh, Bianca.
B.
Bianca,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. And oh no.
Yeah, but no longer plays for the
Teresa
Oh,
Noyola?
T.
Teresa Noyola.
Oh, that's a tough one. That was really hard. Jeez.
Sorry, guys. We know
All right.
now.
All right, name your teammates who went to Florida State.
Becky Edwards, Tiffany McCarty, and
I think it's just those two. Oh, is there another?
I think maybe it's just the two of them. Okay.
All right, see, this is just too easy for Whit. I need to think of some harder ones. All right, we're going to move into World Cup trivia because we had a World Cup trivia
Oh, no.
night
Okay.
last night
Okay.
at the bar where we always watch the Dash away games.
All right.
So, only country to have played in every single World Cup.
USA.
Sorry, men's World Cup.
Oh,
Sorry,
well,
men's World Cup.
come on.
No, we're talking about the World Cup that starts, you
Okay,
know,
okay,
next
okay,
week.
okay.
Men's World Cup trivia,
I would say England or Germany. Neither.
not a European team. A lot of the European clubs or teams boycotted the first World Cup because they were pissed that it wasn't in Europe.
Brazil.
Brazil.
Oh, okay. Well done, Meg.
Nice.
I mean,
All right.
once you narrowed it down.
Yeah.
USA, it's not Canada.
All right. Do you know the name of the mascot for the 2014 World Cup?
No.
It's a little Brazilian armadillo. He's called Fuleco.
Oh, well,
You wanted it difficult, yeah.
you knew that?
We
How does
actually
anyone know
had we had some of the stuffed animals,
Mhm.
you know, and then we were tossing.
What does
it
that
Why an
around.
mean?
armadillo?
I don't know. Well, it's actually an armadillo that's specific to the Brazilian
Brazil?
rainforest. Yeah,
Okay,
it's only
what
found
does
there.
it mean?
It's like all the nicknames where they probably take different syllables from different things that are Brazilian. And
Okay.
so like the Euro last time, the mascots were Slavko and Slovak, so it's just, okay, these are Slavic countries. And yeah, I don't think they mean anything.
They need to just pick better ones.
So, when was the last time the World Cup was held in Brazil?
I want to say 84.
70s, 60s, 50s.
1950.
Really?
And that's the World Cup where USA beat who? 1-0.
England.
England. In the match that no one
I'm not
believed.
good at World Cup trivia. Let's stick to women's soccer.
Okay,
Yeah.
Women's World Cup. Women's World Cup. Yeah, we'll just move it around wherever. Okay, first ever Women's World Cup. Who won?
1991, USA.
And where was it held? It's the Olympics.
I feel like it was in China.
China. And
Yes.
who did they beat?
Norway.
Nice. And what was the score?
2-1.
And who scored both of the goals?
Michelle Akers.
Nice.
Yes!
I think we should just
Yeah,
end
I
with
think that was good. Well done.
Yeah. I think we're just going to end with that. That was awesome. All right. Thank you so much for your time
Thanks,
today. We'll see
thanks
you
for
out on the
having
field.
us.
Appreciate
Yeah, great.